Up in the air, junior birdmen. Up in the air, upside down. Up in the air, junior birdmen. Keep your noses off the ground. Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in again on the channel and watch the video. I'm in the XP-31, which is a premium aircraft. It was on sale last week for 99 cents, and let me tell you something. It was worth every penny. It was probably worth $10. It is an awesome aircraft. Tier 2. Most Tier 2 aircraft don't have flaps. This does have flaps. The way you use flaps is you press the S key. That will deploy your flaps. The XP-31 was an experimental aircraft made by Curtiss. A couple notable features: it had the first enclosed cockpit of an American aircraft, and the last with fixed landing gear. Never went into service because it didn't show any advantages over the P-26 Pea shooter. It was armed with 4 Brownings. Now, you can see another aircraft behind me was going to go towards the airfield and decided not against it. It was a heavy aircraft. The Diamond is a heavy aircraft. So I'm on the airfield by myself, and I said, well, what the heck, I'm here. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's see if I can take this airfield. So I'm just firing the aircraft as I'm flying by. And I don't want to be in a straight line very long. I don't want to get taken too much damage, because I've got all the AAA firing at me, and all these aircraft. So I'm trying to do a little bit of damage to each one. That way I can get behind a couple of them and finish them off in just a little bit. I think this is my first kill. There we go. First down, first kill, quite a few to go. And I'm taking a fair bit of damage, but there's not much I can do about it. I was here, and I'm trying to make an impact. You know, if I can capture a whole airfield by myself, you know, hey. Now, if you notice, that little icon there is I'm being tailed. You have to have some type of situational awareness when you're playing this. Oh, there we go. I captured it by myself. Now on to the center. I made a few mistakes. Well, you'll see here in a second. I tried to get into a turning match, and I'm not very good at the whole boom and zoom and boom thing, and I've got to get better. This to be better at that, I get into a turning match with a more maneuverable aircraft, which due to lack of HP, and it's not as maneuverable as that aircraft. We'll give a little bit of foreshadowing. I always liked the American pre-war, the interwar aircraft. I really think that the whole yellow wings is really, really pretty cool. A friend of mine, I don't know if any of you have ever made models, but there we go, you can see. He turned in on me. Well, he didn't turn in on me, but that Japanese aircraft was going to anyways. Now that's a real player. Anyways, I digress. A friend of mine had a Martin B-10 bomber model, and it was a really cool model. It had the yellow wings, and it was made by Williams Brothers. I can't remember. I can't believe I remember that brand of model. Now you can see here that I decided to spawn over top of our airfield. That was one of the advantages of having an airfield. I know they were starting to take it. I was trying to protect it, and there's too many of them here. But it's good to be able to. My idea was being able to protect it so it wouldn't get taken. Now watch here in just a second. This is kind of funny. I'm turning here. Now if you notice, one of those bombers crashed, ran to the ground, or that F4
blew its own aircraft up with a bomb. You can do that too. Now, this Arado 192, I decided to just flip right into a 6. I was pretty happy that happened. And I thought, thank you very much. Okay. Trying to get low HP aircraft and get those guns out of there, just like in World of Tanks. Less things firing at me, the happier I am. Now, I got one behind me. I must have got out of his heart. Oh. Now another auto. 192 again. He's not going to be around much longer. Now I have absolutely no skills on this aircraft at all. The pilot's like a 92 or something like that, but he's not 100%. He doesn't have any perks or skills on this. Now you can see right there, I must have pressed the S key because you can see my flaps go down. And just watch those flaps at the very end of the very back of the wings there. From about where the struts are for the wings onto the fuselage. Oh, and Yuri, that pig Yuri, his rear gunner got me. Boo, hiss, hiss, boo, hiss. So we've lost that airfield. I can either spawn from the original spawn point, you can see the little dotted line circling around it, but I chose the airfield. Since I took it, I might as well use it. Now Zanzibar right there, that's not a bot. Now what that squall line means is that once the squall line hits, you can't respawn. Most of you probably know that, but for a person that's never played the game, that's exactly what that means.
Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
So it's just mopping up. Basically, we have this pretty well in hand. Can't believe. It'd be hard to believe that if we would lose this. Now, if you notice, I could have followed that other aircraft I was firing at first, but I didn't want him on my 6, my tail. Now, if you notice, he's out maneuvering me, but then he decides to turn, and this one turns too. There we go. I get up underneath him and cut him off. Don't want to run into your own aircraft. What was it? I was flying something the other day, and a Blenheim, full HP Blenheim that was a bot on my team, decided it would be a good thing to hit me, and totally that was it. No more. And I think it was after the squall line. Now, what I'm doing is powering through all these aircraft. I don't want any of these aircraft on my tail. Now, they could come back potentially and make a split S or an Immelman to go after me, but they are occupied. I didn't want to turn into them and then have them decide it was, they would have got on my tail. Now, I really like these old aircraft. Like the Martin B-12, the P-6 Hawk, which is really cool. I had a model of that growing up. And the other thing is the B-18 Bolo. That's an interwar. That was actually, the B-18 was going against it was trying to get, and you can see here, 2 destroyed, defending, 11 targets destroyed, 120 capture points. And I'm not going to, you can read each one of these things when it's going through what they are. But again, the B-18 Bolo, look it up on the internet. It was going after the same, what do they call it? It was the same project that the B-17 was going against. Now, I don't, it was a Douglas B-18. I can't imagine if the United States would have picked the B-18 at the end of during the war, and then having that as our main primary bomber at the beginning of, a heavy bomber in World War II. It's just amazing. And, Boeing and Douglas, Boeing, of course, got it, the contract because they got the B-17, but the B-18, I don't know what the engineers at Douglas was thinking about, because it was just a totally, they were behind the times, so to speak. Now, this thing, as I told you, 99 cents, it's worth every stinking penny that I paid, and probably it'd be worth $10. I played 4 games in this. I cleared over 100,000 credits, and this was actually the second best game I played, because you struggle sometimes. You don't have a channel. What do I make a video on? The content and what forth. And I played one game. I go, oh, why don't I do one on this? And it's the best 99 cents I ever bought on, Wargaming, or spent on Wargaming. Yeah, it was. And I should have had that other one because it was just such a great game. I don't know. I had like 17 or 15,000 points. I earned like 60 or 70,000 credits on it, in a tier 2. As you can see here, I have control surface adjustments, which gives me it gives me better maneuvering. Lightweight airframe, again, it gives me better maneuvering. And engine tuning, that gives me 5% more power. Again, that's a good thing. That's usually a standard. The meta is for maneuvering in this game. For at least right now, I don't know if it'll ever change, but maneuver, and that, to a certain extent in real life, that was true. An aircraft with better maneuverability, and definitely pilot skill. And again, that's part of the meta, because you can run across these guys that have played this for a long, long time, and having a better pilot with more skills is a lot better. Now, the skill set, you can have up to 15 skill points, and I'll go over that one of these other days, I guess, to explain exactly what that is. But there's I don't know, half a dozen. No, it's probably about 10 or 12 different skills, ranging from 1 skill point up to 3 skill points, and the maximum amount of skill points you can use is 15. And the first skill point is at 100%, and then you go through with experience, and you go to 100% again. You obtain another skill point, and each time you have to go up that 100%, the number gets higher. I would recommend playing World of Warplanes. I'm taking a hiatus from World of Tanks at the moment, just because I don't know if any of you do this. It just takes you get to a certain point where you start raging and you're going, oh, this is really foolish, and you just need to take a break. And this obviously has been my break. I've played pretty extensively since December, and I've got 54 aircraft now. And granted, quite a few of those were giveaways, and I won. They had it was called the what was it? Battle of Albion or something like that. I can't remember. But it was you could pick Axis and Allies, and you could win aircraft, and I won several on that. And they had the Santa giveaways, and I won some on that. Well, anyway, I've been playing since the beginning of December quite a bit, and I've got I've got tier 7. I got 2 or 3 tier 7s and a bunch of tier 6s and below, and which is pretty good, I guess, for doing that long. I'm going a bunch of lines. I don't really care if I get to tier 10s as quick as that. I'd rather just play 7s, 8s, and I haven't played any 8s yet, but 7s are fun. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you like the content. I tend to put a few more, and I kind of didn't do much. I've been really sick since Christmas. I haven't slept in my fed but like 5 times because of this cold. It's been horrible. Anyways, or should I say the man flu like Jingle says. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe. And thank you very much. You have a great one. Bye-bye.